never be in my life before. Someone like you, so close to me. So sick of me. You promised me. La 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 la. Oh, I love you.
Hi, and welcome to this edition of the African Community on the Corner. We're here today with my guest in the studio. We're going to introduce the lady first. We're going to skip over the big man here. Nadine, how you doing today?
Great.
Nadine is in his movie, by the way. We're going to be talking about Tony Chauncey's film entitled Homeless. And we're also going to be speaking with another guest who was on his show, the movie Homeless, which will be coming out pretty soon, Jamal. And we'll be back in a moment if you'd like to take a short break. Pause for the pause. We'll be right back, and we're going to get into your movie and tell everybody how they can go about doing the same thing, all right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Less than 7,000.
All right. Less than 7,000, y'all. Back in a moment.
Talk about my feet.
Tony Chauncey, that is. The Chauncey. This is a long-time good friend of mine over here, Mr. Filmmaker. No, seriously, you have recently, and you've been involved with making films for quite a while, but you recently put out Homeless.
Right.
I want you to tell us about Homeless and
Okay.
what your message is and what your major objective was behind that particular film.
Okay, well, Homeless, thanks to the help of these two nice people, Tramel and Nadine, we've been working on this movie 2.5 years. And it's 84 minutes long, and thanks to you telling me about this place, Continental Cable, we were able to use Continental Cable's facilities and a good brother named Lou Hutchison, who lent me a lot of equipment. And after 2.5 years, we are finally ready for the public to see it, and it will premiere on Continental Cable next month. Homeless is a movie about homeless people, but also symbolically homeless people. In other words, people who are drunk, people who have had no love in their life. So it's not just per se
People who
homeless.
don't have a place to belong type
Exactly,
of thing.
exactly. There's a song from the film called In the House Where Nobody Lives, and that song kind of sums it up. It's when you feel like you're an outsider. So that's what Homeless is about. It's a character study. It's almost like a soap rather than a film. It follows the lives of a bunch of characters. Tramel here is the male lead character, and Nadine plays a part of a homeless lady, and also she contributed to the music in the film.
All right, because Nadine is a songwriter, right?
Right.
What's that hit song that you put out?
I didn't put
Chauncey
it out.
always tells me about it. What was the name of the song?
Could I
that
sing
she-
it?
Yes, sing it. Break that little guitar off of your chest and sing it. No, what? Is it a Christmas song?
Is it a Christmas song, Miss
I
McKenna?
think it is. It's 23 years old this year. And
Oh.
it was released in my hometown, this guy's hometown, Chicago,
Uh-huh.
in 1970, Donny Hathaway. It's this Christmas.
This Christmas,
Hang all the
the
mistletoe.
firefly. Is that the one?
The fireside, yeah.
That's like probably the most famous black Christmas song.
Is that?
And a lot of people have recorded it. Like who, Miss McKenna?
Oh. Oh, 24 people about.
Is that right?
And growing, everybody
Yes.
that we love. Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle and Stephanie and Branford Marcellus and Harry Connick and the Temptations and the Whispers and
All right, shut up, Miss Banks. We gonna get over here talking.
Yeah, we're going to get back to Homeless before Miss McKenna get carried away with dropping them names. Miss McKenna be dropping them names.
Big time, y'all. Okay, we have a clip that I guess we're going to be showing of Nadine as the homeless lady out there. And
Well, I think the first clip we're going to show is Tramel in a scene where he's coming to investigate a murder.
okay, well, do we have that clip ready? It's coming up.
Go down me, bitch!
All right.
What you see is what you get. Neighborhood watchman knows everything what's going on. I know you know something. What's going on? Somebody died here last night. What's up?
Man, I don't know nothing. Of course, I could have a little bit of recollection. You know, can you spare a little bit of change for a drink? You know, look, I might can help you solve this case.
Man, you got a lot of balls asking the cop for some money to get you something to drink.
You got a lot of balls to busting my balls without paying me. Now look, you know, you can break the rules some of the time.
Yeah, you might have a point there, buddy. Somebody,
Right.
it was a young lady died here last night. I know you know something. What's up? What do you know?
Yeah, look. Hey, man. You know that girl you took away the other day? Baby was fine.
Yeah, I know that.
Grabbing yourself. Who's
Yeah.
having something?
But what you don't know is that there's about 3 or 4 more just like her. And they all hang out together.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Man, I mean, a ranch full of stallions, dude. Yeah, are you with me, brother?
I'm with you. Keep going. I'm with you.
All right, that's quite an interesting clip of action that we were seeing there, Chauncey. Jamel, can you, since you were in the scene, can you explain to us what was going on there? What the message was?
There was a murder in the community, and I was called to investigate this particular murder. And the character that I was speaking to, Randy, he's kind of like the neighborhood watch. He knows everything that's going on. And he was giving me the rundown with the murder and the new people that was inside of the community. So he was just kind of guiding me where to go and who to talk to. That particular character, that guy, he was real easy to work with. Very comfortable, you know, like most people on the set, they were real comfortable working
So
with.
was there a particular message in that scene that
The homeless
was coming?
problem, the crack cocaine that's here, not just in LA, but around the country. Like I said, 2 years we've been working on it. It's hard to believe that it's been that long, but
Jamel just said back in the States, I think we have a nice panel of heavyweights here. Jamel has made over 12 martial arts movies that you could get in the video stores, and he's done several great films. So it was a pleasure not only working with him, but he gave his time. I would go to video stores and see him on the cover of things and say, wow, he's in my movie, and he's doing it because he likes me, because you didn't get that check yet, did you? So,
it's in the mail?
yeah, the check's in the mail. So, you know, this is a good brother, this is a good lady, because they both gave me a lot of time. In Tramel's case also, he worked behind the scenes. And all of you guys might remember we did another movie called The Other Side of the Track. So you do remember that, don't you?
Oh, yes.
And so I thank all of you for helping me get these things done, even if it did take 2.5 years.
Okay, well, what's the major significance behind getting these movies and these messages out?
We live in Hollywood, the place where everybody's making films. Black films are flourishing now, and you could shoot a movie similar to Mariachi. You have to shoot it like I did, using video equipment, but it was shot, as you saw, on location. So I think it encourages anybody who has an idea that you don't have to wait for Hollywood to give you a budget. You could do it like Matty Rich did, shoot something real basic, and then hopefully someone will give you money to do something more extensive.
Okay, well, we're going to talk a little bit more about that right after we take this break and see how those viewers can get involved with getting their own film rolling, telling their story. Okay?
Right.
All right.
Intensive, extensive.
We're going to, thanks for joining us again. We're going to go to a clip that Nadine, who is in the homeless movie of Tony Chauncey's, has done, and she's going to be featuring a song that she wrote in the movie. So can we roll it?
got some sandwiches. You better take one. Fresh one, left over from the party.
Fun.
All right.
That's good. Let's kick it.
You get that. Turn you up. Got something to drink. Where you put your bills, man? Joe, we had some money. We had that money that got away. Money down to the river.
Watch down to the sea. Yeah.
Don't look like my money's gonna
Ever
get back home
to me. Love is gone, gone, gone.
It's gone.
Money swam up to the river.
And it
Washed out to the sea. It won't look like my money ever get back home to me. It's gone, gone, gone.
gone, all gone. Whatever your
Money swam down to the river. Yeah.
All right, Nadine. Was that? Who was singing on there?
Myself and Lou and Alan and Ronnie, all ex-executives,
Stock market
board
exchange.
chairmen and presidents emeritus from different companies, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, they were all up there at one time. Huh?
Yeah.
So, what did you feel about? What was the song saying?
Lines that are in the scene we just saw are, my money got swept in the river. It washed on out to sea. It don't look like my money gonna ever get back home to me. It's gone, gone, gone. It's gone, gone, gone. It's gone. Ain't never gonna get back home.
I'm sure there's a whole lot of people that can relate to that. That is a very. It was a very interesting clip, and this song is to imply that those people at one time had money. Is that what the scene was portraying?
Yes, that's
Absolutely.
exactly what it
Okay.
was portraying. Yeah.
This was filmed sometimes around Hurricane Andrew and the storm in Hawaii. And there was actually a woman on the late news. When the camera panned into her face, she said, everything is just gone.
Gone.
And I thought, wow, it's really very,
It's, yeah,
it's across
very
the board, it
devastating.
connects.
Mhm. Yeah.
We have,
Jonesy?
yeah.
What's your? What are you? What were? Excuse me. What were you about to say?
I was saying it's like 12 original songs by a whole lot of different writers in the movie, and that's one of the better songs.
So,
yeah.
what are you hoping to do with this movie? Where are you going to?
Okay,
what's your
yeah.
major objective here?
First of all, like I said earlier, to show people that you can use facilities without having much money to do whatever your idea is. So it shows what can be done for way less than $7,000, and like I said, it's 84 minutes. Okay.
But what are you hoping to eventually?
Well, of course, when you do something on that level, what you want to do is have something that you could show somebody and say, look, if I had a budget, I could really do something with this. And hopefully you touch people by some of the things that you say in your movie. And hopefully also you allow actors and writers and songwriters to work, because we're all artists and we need people to create things such as Homeless. So I was happy to give people opportunities to do their art.
Okay. What avenues are you? Do you have a plan, of course, in action where you're going to be distributing this movie?
Yeah,
or-
I'm going to send copies of this to people to say, hey, this could be a major movie if you invest in it. I'm going to also let them know about all the many other projects I have, you know, other scripts, both old scripts that I've done that could be redone, and a bunch of new scripts too. So it's like Tony Chauncey saying, hey, I'm back in the film business. I was gone for a long time. This is a little rough, but if you give me some money, I'll show you what we can do. And we got a lot of talented people.
Because you've been doing this for a long time, right?
Yeah, the last time you told my age, we won't tell it this time. But yeah, I've been
Stick your leg out there.
I've been making films
Check your reflexes.
29 years. I mean,
29.
Yeah.
New
so-
York.
Nobody believes you. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right, you died. No.
I did not dye my hair. Everybody, I want you to know this is not dye.
No, you have been doing film for
New
29
York.
years. You don't even look like you're 29. That's a
Oh, try to clean it up now. Try to, you know that scene with her? We'll be there tomorrow. all right?
So,
New York.
your
Yeah.
29-year journey of trying to develop these
I started when I was
films.
2 months. 2 months old, I picked up this
Come on,
thing,
act
they said it's film.
New York.
Okay, so your
Yeah.
your involvement with this from the time that you began, long time ago,
Yeah.
and all this, does it look like it's more enhancing now for filmmakers, particularly
so.
people of African American descent?
Yes.
There's more hope or
Yeah.
promise for them getting their works.
There has been, you could count on a couple of fingers the number of people who have sold scripts to Hollywood, that black people who have sold scripts to Hollywood that were turned into movies. So people unfortunately think if you write a script, somebody's going to pick it up and do a movie. That's not the way it's going to happen. What Spike Lee proved, what Robert Townsend proved, what Matty Rich proved is you got to pick up the camera and shoot it yourself. When they see what you can do, no matter how rough it is, then they will give you respect, much more respect than you would get from a script, and then they will say, okay, now we will invest in your new project. It is better to take a high-8 camcorder and shoot a film of your own than to write a script and send it to Hollywood. You cannot give me any examples of anybody doing that who made a film, including people like August Wilson, who's a great playwright, but you never saw August Wilson's screenplay. So all that was to say that we need to just pick up a camera and shoot our films. We got video stores out here. If you do a halfway decent film, the guy from Mariachi, that's all he was trying to do, get his film in a Spanish video store. But people saw it, liked it, and now it's a major movie. So that's the plan. That's what we all should do.
So he was doing what now? I missed
All
it.
he did, he said, hey, I know I can't get a movie for $7,000. I'll shoot something and then put it in the video stores. He was never planning to get distribution across the country. His plan was there's a lot of video stores, and that should be the same plan black African American people have.
So that's
Okay.
the venue he chose.
Yeah,
And what's
because-
the outcome of that? Has he been
Well, he
successful?
was lucky that they picked it up and they took it beyond just putting it in a video store. But his goal, and all of our goals, should be, hey, if we shoot something and it's on video, most people watch videos in their house more than they go to movies. So if you got something, even if you shot it on a high-8 camera, which we all could afford, if it's good, it has to be good and you have to work on it. But if it's good, word of mouth will have it going around much more than if you tried to submit a script or if you ask Hollywood, please help me and do a movie.
What type of movies do you feel are lacking right now for us as a people, as opposed to a lot of the violence and gang-related and the street traumas that
Yeah.
are taking place? Do you feel there's a certain void in the filmmaking industry
Yeah, well,
or
you know,
community for us as a people?
the filmmaking industry as well as TV. I write a column now. I hope everybody reads it. It's on the Community Cable Guide. Plug. Right?
Oh, yes.
Right?
Oh, yes.
And,
I'm going to ask you about that in a minute.
In the column, I coined this word that says, if we do not do good drama, if we do not talk about relevant things to African Americans, then we will be laughed away culturally by sitcomitis. That's the word I call it. What I mean by sitcomitis is the only crap, oops, sorry, they're
Okay.
putting on
Rap
TV.
is not punishable. Go
Oh,
ahead.
the only stuff they're putting on TV is, you know, black people laughing, singing, and dancing. Nothing of substance. No real black successful men, no black men or women with their own business. So, you know, we can continue to look at sitcoms or we can make our own little videos. So in answer to your question, I would like to see people picking up camcorders but doing real movies that show real people, not just someone who dresses up like a woman. Martin's a good friend of mine. I like him, but, you know, they keep giving us that type of show. They need to give us some strong black characters, and if they don't, we need to make it.
That this is going to be happening. I think that is a very economical way. The camcorder is a amazing little tool, instrument, and we all know that very well from the Rodney King incident that took place. Very visual. Nadine?
Yes.
What do you have to say about the camcorder and you're getting involved with making films and that type of thing? Are you pursuing that as an option yourself, or?
Not yet. I've got a friend next to me and another friend next to me who know that my expertise is interviewing people past 100 years old about their master's degrees that they got in, I think, 1910 or something. So mine is entirely different. But I want to say about this project that I was lucky enough, blessed enough to be involved in. It was an adventure, and I really had fun, and the best part of all, I couldn't get fired. The only way you got fired is you didn't show up.
Hey, that's got to be the place to go.
Can I plug one more thing?
Sure,
You know, I
please.
have a show on Continental Cable called Curtains Up, where I do what you do. I sit and interview people.
I was going to ask you about. You
You was
never
going to
let
ask me
get
about
around-
Curtains
oh,
Up?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You never let me get around to my questions here. Chauncey, how is your show Curtains Up doing? On
Oh,
Continental
oh, my show. I think we might have a clip of it.
Cable? Okay. Who's running this show anyway? Okay, we're going to go to this clip. We'll be right back.
Interesting. Well,
Hi, and welcome to a new season of Curtains Up. We're glad to be back in your homes as we continue to inform you about theater in Los Angeles. For those of you who have just begun watching us, we will inform the viewer about up-and-coming plays as well as those currently running. We will review plays and tell you how we like or dislike them. And as always, we'll keep you updated on opportunities in theater. And now it gives me great...
Who was that long, dark, handsome stranger? You know, Chauncey looked really good on that clip. Now,
Oh,
what's
thank you.
going on with Curtains Up? That's a show that you're involved with, where you go out and you review plays and that sort of thing, and you come back and it's like a Cisco Eberg type
Yeah,
of...
it's a theater version of
critic
Cisco and
thing.
Eberg, and we show scenes from plays, all types of plays through the city, and then we review them, and we have specials on certain playwrights who've been around a long time, and I'm real proud of that show. And like I said earlier, there's a column that goes with that show that they could pick up the community cable guide. Tells you what's on the shows. Very good
Alright,
show.
and
Tune
keep
in
going.
Fridays at
Keep going.
7:30.
Uh-huh. And keep going.
And keep going.
Uh-huh.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the show is basically geared for strictly plays only, is that it? Or
Play.
all types of plays, or just African-American plays? Or
All
anybody's
types of plays.
that sort
Also,
of thing? And the column is also featuring the plays that you
Yeah.
go out and see?
yeah, but
Okay,
the
you-
column is very socially and politically aware. So if they really want to see the real Tony Chauncey, they should read the column because I talk about a lot of things with the help of a few good writers.
Okay. Well, just as a last-minute note here for people that are interested in developing and becoming filmmakers themselves, how about the writing aspect of it? Do you suggest a strong suit in writing ability rather
Yeah.
than just picking up a camcorder? I'm mentioning
Yeah.
camcorder. That up and shoot, you have to
Yeah.
have
You have to have
writing,
a
that type of
strong
thing.
foundation in whatever you do.
Uh-huh.
And in the film business, the foundation is the script. So
The
if you
script.
start out with a great script,
Uh-huh.
then that's your foundation.
Okay, well, all right, that's good. There's places you can go to get your script reviewed and get that type of help with it and everything
Yeah.
like that?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, listen, we need to have you on as a guest on another show because we have so much more to talk about
Yeah,
in
we
the
want
world
to
of
perform
film,
next time.
in the world
we
of
play
filmmaking.
music. We want to perform. Next time we're going to come in, we want to sing and dance. Can we do that?
Zoom in. I'm dying to
Can
see
we
this
do
little
that?
guitar in
Can
action.
we do that?
Yes, by all
We
means.
want a music show. Forget that film stuff.
Okay. Chauncey, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Nadine. All
Thank you,
right.
darling.
Okay, and Jamel, thank you. Couldn't reach that far. And thank you once again for tuning in to the African community on The Kona.
And I